Hi, everybody. How's it going? Good morning? I mean, I know it's not, but, you know, in the grand scheme of things, the way we normally do things around here, it might as well be like farmer's hours. Hi. Hi, how's it going, everyone? What up? Daytime, I know. I know. What's up, Stockforwater? What's up, Team Kills? What's up, N Maroon, Buttercup, Rappyland, Duke Donuts, Dorky, Quicks, Bone Masher, Socrates, Doo Doo, MisterRadon, yeah. Welcome me. Yeah, welcome me. I'm gonna cut down the pre-stream preamble, I think. I might. We'll see. We'll see. This is from Soul Hackers. Devil Summoner Soul Hackers. Now let's hear your story, Quicks. Okay.
70 bits. Oh boy.
70 bits. Space Hopper Copter, thank you for the 70 bits. Jesus. That's a standard internet story, I think. It sounds like a standard ass internet story. So for those of you that missed the stream last night and or aren't in the Discord or on my Twitzers, we're gonna be attempting my preferred full-time streamer schedule. It's gonna change every month. If I stick with this long term, every month we're gonna kind of switch up the time slots a little bit, move stuff around so I don't get locked in. But that's why we're here right now. And I want to play Final Fantasy. We're going to be doing a lot of RPGs during the daytime. If you haven't seen the schedule that I put together or anything like that, I need to actually put it in Twitch and update it every month. But we're going to be doing RPGs in the daytime, Thursday through Sunday. And then more typical content, N64, Tuesday through Sunday nights, and backlog stuff on Monday. I got a game picked out that I want to play for that. That'll be fun. So we're gonna see how it goes in December. We're gonna have some fun. We're gonna try some stuff. Chinko Crave wants a horoscope. All right, let me get that ready to go. We'll switch over here in a second. Also, I might not be like optimally set up for today's stream, so I may have to do some minor stream tweaking just because this is the first time I'm doing this, so my normal habits will not apply. Oh shit. That's good. Duke, I just saw something that made me think of you. Someone posted, I think a clean rip of the Solstice box art. If it's not a clean rip, it's a very good, like, paint over. Oh, no, okay. Apparently it was the actual artist. The actual artist posted the clean rip. So I'm gonna link that in chat. Yeah, we're doing a Final Fantasy stream, Chibi. Ooh, I know. Let me get this ready. We'll switch over to scene here in a second. Hi. Okay, so I need to turn off the blue part. Oh boy, I can't wait for a whole month of N64 jokes. Oh boy, my favorite. I know, right? It would be even weirder had I not just put up curtains in here like a couple weeks ago. It would be like really, really weird. Pachinko Crave. Well, this is an appropriate fortune. You got a house, Pachinko Crave. 209 North Timber Street. Double money. You will... This isn't like a fever fortune, but you're going to activate the feature, I think, today. I think we can safely say you're going to activate the feature. Pachinko Crave. Alright, so yeah, Thursdays I want to play Final Fantasy this month. And that's what we're going to do today. We're going to play some friggin' Final Fantasy. And I had to think about which Final Fantasy to play. What's up, Gao? What's up, Bone Masher? What's up, Tex? What's up, Napjack? What's up, Glace? Ugh. Sad. Sad. Wait, was the machine empty, or was your collection of balls empty? What's up, Juanito? I think there's some Twitch power users here, yeah. So yeah, I was deciding what to play. Happy Dan.
You must crush them.
Hell yeah, daytime FF stream.
Yeah. Yay! Thank you for the 100 bits, Rappy Land. 10 buckets. Bleh. I'm all lit wrong. Whatever. I do think I look like fatter in the daylight, though. I don't know what's up with this.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, early Radon, heck yes.
Heck yes, Sports Balls. Thank you for the 50 bits. Yeah, we're gonna be doing RPGs. Masumi TV, hello. We're gonna do RPGs in the daytime for the month of December. If you, I'll break it down real quick if you haven't seen the schedule. Final Fantasy on Thursdays. Front Mission Fridays. What? Yeah, Front Mission Fridays. And Saga on Saturdays and Sundays. I did have some chips. I had chips for breakfast. I had spinach artichoke dip and tortilla chips. So, I did figure out which Final Fantasy I want to play. And we're going to play it now. Afternoon, Hector. How's it going? Exactly, Quicks. Exactly. Is it 10? It's not 10. No. Sadly, no. It will be eventually, though. Maybe we're gonna play 10 on backlog days. We got 10 in the backlog. Nice. That sounds like a good way to spend your day at work. I'm a fan of that. Yeah, what was your guess? What was your guess, Quicks? Yeah, Final Fantasy Thursday. Front Mission Friday, Saga Saturday, Saga Sunday, and Final Fantasy Thursday. Hello, Mrs. Radon. Daytime wife. Oh, that was okay. Yeah, yeah. So we're gonna give it a try. What's up, Slow Nature Walk? How's it going? Let's load up a perfectly normal Final Fantasy experience for our first foray. Hmm. That's okay. Final Fantasy 2 on the NES. Programmed by Nasir, character by Yoshitaka Amano, scenario by Kenji Terada. You're sad? I'm sorry to hear that. Hopefully we can help. Hopefully we can help. A long-lived peace is over. The Emperor of Palamecia has summoned monsters from Hell to begin his campaign for world conquest. A rebel army arose in the Kingdom of Fynn to stop the Empire. However, Castle Fynn has fallen and the rebels escaped to the town of Altair. 4 youths from Fynn, their parents killed by the Empire, flee from Imperial forces. Youths. In what way, Quicks? In what way? Alright. This was never released in the US until the PlayStation. PlayStation or Game Boy Advance version was first, I forget. I forget which one was first. It was released in Japan as Final Fantasy II. There is a prototype, there is a localization prototype that exists that Shuba was playing pretty recently. They were going to bring this to America, and it was just kind of like too late. It was in their transition phase of like, fuck it, we'll just release Super Nintendo games. So they scrapped the release before the prototype was finished. But it was really damn close. What's up, Rachel? Oh, should I name my characters serious things or should I name them funny things? I'm torn. I'm torn between my deep reverence of Final Fantasy and my love for dumb memes. It really is Bone Masher. It really does have more to do with Saga than Final Fantasy. What's the character limit? 6. 6 is the character limit. Dr. Jeff, my butt, Mo, and Billy? Sure. Sure. Ern was first with my butt. My butt. Dr. Jeff. Buttmo. I guess this one needs to be all lowercase. Beefer is good. Oh, Beefer is good. Damn. Damn. Yeah, I gotta go with Beefer. And we start in a fight. We're immediately in a fight. I guess this game begins in combat. So I've beaten Final Fantasy II before, I should say. But never the NES version. I've only ever finished this game on PlayStation 1. But I've never beaten the NES version, so I thought it'd be fun to do that. I agree, Hector. I remember when I was getting into emulation and I found these games, because I've always been a Final Fantasy nerd. Like, Final Fantasy 1 came out, and I watched my best friend's brother playing it in their basement, and I was just like, what the fuck is this? And I think I'd already played Ultima 3 and Dragon Warrior, and was pretty bad at both of them. But, like, where Final Fantasy exceeds its peers, I've always felt, is like, it's a spectacle, right? There's RPGs that are deeper, that are better written, that are, you know, more interesting, or take better risks. But like, and I think Square knows this too, especially with numbered Final Fantasies, like the numbered ones in particular. It's about the spectacle. It's about like big graphics, big music, just like pushing the hardware to do crazy shit, and then also have like an RPG tied to it, right? So, like, part of the reason why I love this series is because it just never disappoints on presentation, in my opinion, ever. And so, yeah, going into an emulator when I was a kid and like finding these games for the first time and trying to play them either in Japanese or with translation patches that barely did anything. I was so in love and never got to play through them until full translation patches, in which case I really didn't. I played a lot of 5, and then the official English releases started coming out and I started working my way through them. Yeah, for sure, Hector. Womp. I will say that the Final Fantasy V translations persist in my mind because I would much rather call the character Butts than Bartz. I think Butts is a better name than Bartz. My butt lost. So he had to lose that fight. That's the first appearance of a scripted loss in Final Fantasy, is at the very beginning of the second game. Will he live? Yes, I sense a strong life force within him. He should wake up soon. We found them gravely injured when we fled from Finn. I should also point out that this is a different translation patch. I've never used this translation patch. This is... Let me find it. Let me find it real quick. This is the Chaos Rush and Red Mage Joe English patch for this game. It's based off the old Neo Demi-Force patch from way back in the day. That was used as the base, but this is supposed to have a completely new script that's more based off of the Game Boy Advance version. That's supposed to be content identical to the Famicom version, with any lines that were different between the NES and Game Boy Advance versions retranslated from scratch. So, shouldn't have any in-jokes or anything, hopefully, but you never know. Why is that, Quicks? My son's name is also Butts. Haha, Obama. Ha ha ha. We found them gravely injured when we fled from Finn. Let him be for now. This sigil will strengthen him. Yes, let's join the others. If the Empire completes the dreadnought they're building in Bafsk, the attack will begin in earnest. We can't sit idly by and watch. We must act. Yeah, that's true, Quicks. That's true. Mainly I was looking for fun stuff to fill time with until it was math time. Where am I? Where is everyone? Dr. Jeff? Buttmo? Beefer? My butt, you're alive. I thought you... Butmo, Beefer, where's Dr. Jeff? Princess of Finn, save us, but Dr. Jeff not here. Oh, Beefer no English good. What brought on a more free December? I'm working the same amount as I've been working, which is like right now I'm only working Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays. And so I wanted to try, like, I've talked about how I have this goal in mind of like when financially I'm going to be ready to do full-time streaming, and I kind of wanted to put the cart before the horse a little bit and test out what that feels like, what that looks like before actually committing to that plan. So that's where I'm at right now. I see. I'm sure he's safe. You're all okay? Good. Thank you, Your Highness. Please let us join the rebel army. I can't allow that. You would only be throwing your lives away. You need to return home. Not on its own. Not on its own, Hector, but $5 is always helpful. You don't have to do that. But we have no homes, not anymore. The Empire attacked, and our parents... I'm truly sorry. You're welcome to stay here in Altair. If you know our password, you should be able to get by well enough. The password is Wild Rose. Learn Wild Rose. So this game has this like keyword system where you can actually engage in dialogue in a sense with characters. So you can learn these keywords and basically it's kind of like Shadowrun on the Super Nintendo. It's exactly like Shadowrun on the Super Nintendo. You learn these keywords and then you can use them as prompts in conversation to get NPCs to say different stuff. The Wild Rose is the insignia of the Kingdom of Finn. That's not a very good password. If it's your kingdom's insignia, you go up to like a fucking soldier and you're like, Wild Rose? And like, what are you talking about Finn for? Are you a rebel? Butmo, your brother Dr. Jeff is missing? I think he's being held in Finn. Ah, so Butmo and Dr. Jeff are brother and sisters. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that, Gal. But Finn is now prowling with the Emperor's beasts. Entering Finn won't be easy. Proceed to Finn. It will be your first step towards fulfilling your fate. Ah, you know the password. Heed well the information it will bring you. Off to Finn? Bad idea. The city's crawling with the Empire's monsters. You'd be lucky to make it to Gatria up north. That's probably a hint that we need to go to Gatria first. Paloom lies east. You can't get there without a canoe. Alright, so we got Finn, Paloom, and Gatria. We don't have a canoe, though. Ah, okay. This is the meeting room. This is the meeting room. My voice is my passport. This is the King's room. His Majesty was gravely wounded in the fight for Finn. An arrow struck me. My daughter Hilda is in charge now. He doesn't know the password. The king does not know the password. That's troubling. You're in the rebel hideout of Altair. Prince Gordon of Cashuan is hiding here in Altair. Something's made him lose faith in himself. Gordon, the Prince of Canada. Princess Hilda escaped to this town when Finn was sacked. She is leading the rebels while the king recovers. I don't think I went in that room down there, did I? No, I must not have. There's two rooms down here. This was the king's room. What's this? That's the princess's room. Nice. Nice. La 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 la. Treasure chest. Potion. I'm Paul, the legendary thief. The Imperial coffers have kept my purse bulging with gil. Bulging. Bulging Paul. I never steal from the rebels. I'm from Finn too, but I had to flee from the Empire. Blooging. This is the town of Altair. The Imperial forces haven't been deployed this far. So a couple things you should know about this game if you've never played it before. One, it's a fucking weird-ass Final Fantasy. There are no levels in this game. There's no experience points in this game. Mechanically, it is out there. Two, it's a fucking bummer. This is like the saddest Final Fantasy that has no comic relief, hardly. It's just bad stuff happening all the time. Yeah, this is Final Fantasy 2. I'm Gordon. I was once a prince of Kashuan. Now I'm nothing but a coward. I abandoned my kingdom and my brother Scott and fled here. You're going to join the rebellion? I'm so afraid Hilda will turn me away that I haven't even asked. Instead, I sulk around here. Sulk. I just sulk around behind the rebel headquarters. You can trust Paul. He only steals from the Empire. She's sulking. Yeah, Oblivion Final Fantasy. Yep. Except Oblivion where your skills can atrophy. That'd be a fucked mod. Oh my god. No, you haven't been jumping lately. I guess your acrobatics aren't good. I guess you're not an acrobat anymore. I have 400 gil. What's up, J-Legs? Go to sleep, level down. I'm just a batty old man. Or am I? I'm Tobal, the best blacksmith around. Do I have any weapons? What's my equipment situation looking like? Broadsword, buckler, leather. Bow and clothes. What's up, Portia? Axe and leather. Well, you helped me solve a problem last night, so here I am. Okay, if the broadsword's the most expensive thing here, then I'm not... Wait, did I just buy it? Please tell me I didn't just buy it. Okay. Woo! If the broadsword is the best thing in the weapon shop, then I'm not going to spend money on weapons. I don't know any magic. We're going to need magic. That's probably where our money's going to go in the first town. Specifically white magic. Although, is that a thing in this game? I think it might just be everywhere. Yeah, it's okay. So we need to learn Cure. Let's look at stats real quick. The pie chart was for me planning content schedule for December. / stream, full-time stream life. What's up, Dana? Beefer is not a magician kind of guy. He's not a magician. Well, actually, he has 10 intellect. Maybe he's just not a native common speaker. Alright, we're gonna buy Cure twice. That's the plan for my first 400 gil. We're gonna buy Cure, and we're gonna buy Cure again. Excellent. Buy items. Yeah, I could have bought items, I guess. Who would do that? The implication of an item shop with 3 clerks that each sell different things is troubling. Like, imagine that you go to the grocery store and you want to buy all the ingredients to make tacos, but like only one checkout lane will sell you tortillas, one will sell you ground beef, one will sell you tomatoes and spices. What's up, Noman? Yeah, Saga on the weekends for December. I'm still figuring out which Saga game I want to play. I think I know, but I have to figure it out. Could have bought armor. Armor is for chumps. It's for chumpity chumps. Alright, let's leave Altair. Let's see if we can get to the next town. Boop, 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 boop. Remember to hold the reset button while turning the power off. Couple of hornets. Yeah, the overworld music in this game is very pretty. This is before the advent of auto-targeting. This and Final Fantasy 1 on the NES are the only ones where you have to actually pick your targets, and if an enemy dies, you will just miss your attack. This is the village of Gatria. Finn is across the lake, see? See? Yeah, see? Finn's been taken over by the Empire. There's a pub on the outskirts of Finn. When the Empire invaded, the owner didn't make it out in time. Now he's serving drinks to the Imperials. That sounds like a clue. That sounds like a clue of a friend that I can contact when I'm in Finn. Finn friend. Gatria and Altair haven't fallen to the Empire yet. Doesn't seem like there's anything else to do here. This is just like a stopgap, probably with some better items. A place where I could maybe invest in some new weaponry. No, not really. No, you had minor surgery today. Everything okay? Hope you're doing alright. Did you get a new butt cheek installed? Space Harrier's third butt cheek. Alright, well, it's an airship. That airship driver is drunk. So it kind of looks like we need to head towards Finn. We're not ready. I know for a fact we're going to get destroyed if we go that direction, but they're kind of pushing us there. Maybe talk to that tavern owner. I've been envenomed, not poisoned. Envenomed. Beefer wants you to Venmo him. What's with this accuracy? Damn. because we're in like tall grass or something? What's going on? What the hell is going on over here? There we go. $15 gil to put in my pocket. 15 gil for me. What's up, Mo? Welcome to the chat. The game is going well. Thank you for asking. We just started. We've been playing for about 25 minutes. Ow, stop envenoming me, Terrorvan. Thank you for dabbing. Video games. Is Beefer still envenomed? Doesn't look like it. Boop, 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 boop. Uh-oh. Leg eaters. Hey, stop! Leave Beefer alone. I should put Buttmo in the back row. Oh my god. Okay, we're gonna take a turn to heal. Wait, what? Alright, so we're still doing okay. MP up for Buttmo. Heck yeah. 10 MP, that's a lot of cures. What's up, esports? Alright, how do is it this? Yeah, there we go. Buttmo in the back row. She has a bow and arrow, so she can go in the back row, no problem. Oh, goblins. Little goblins. Dino. I don't think Duke named... Yeah, Duke didn't name any of these characters. Chat named these characters, but Duke was not responsible for any of them. Weirdly enough. How's it going, Dino? Oh, it's Finn. That's fair. I mean, like, it's residual Duke influence, right? You don't end up with Beefer as a character name if Duke Donuts didn't stream on Twitch. Did Dr. Jeff die? Dr. Jeff is currently held captive by the Palamecian Empire. Palamecia? Paramecia? One of those. It is Flower Water, yes. Esports, thank you for dabbing. Dino, I'm playing Saga on Saturday and Sunday, and I'm trying to figure out if I should play Saga 1 or a different one. I already streamed Saga 1, but that was like 3 years ago, and I wanna redo it. Yeah, Minstrel Song. Front Mission First Remake came out yesterday. Minstrel Song Remastered came out... Or Front Mission came out yesterday. Minstrel Song came out today. I'm telling you, man, it's a good year for video games when you're MisterRadon. I've been eating so good in 2022. just go into the castle? We'll probably get killed if we do. So if we talk to any of these soldier dudes, I'm pretty sure they just kill us. Rebel curs? Yeah. Yeah. We'll try and kill one. I did just save. We'll try and get a kill. Nope. Nope. My butt collapsed. Is that why you had surgery, Dorky? Did your butt collapse? Saga 1 on the Wonder Swan color. It's in the cards, Tex. I don't think it's going to be the first Saga game I play, but it is in the cards. I do want to play that version. Okay, we can't go in the castle. So we have this clue to go to the pub. To make our way to the pub. Dirt pube. Oh no, not the pube. I don't want to go drink at the pube. Oh no, there's random encounters in this town. Do any of the major pizza chains have ice cream? I think... Gross. I've never thought about that phrase before, and now I'm... Oh, man, it's just living in my head. Actually, I don't... Maybe the best you can get is, like, a scoop of ice cream on, like, a chocolate cake or something. I don't think they do, Dorky. Critical hit! Hello, guys. Stamina up, HP up. So, a decision that I have to make in this game. This is a choice you have to make in Final Fantasy II. If I heal B for now, he'll have more HP. If I wait to do it in battle, it will raise the healer's stats. Which is kind of more important at this phase of the game. So even though he's on 7 HP and we're going to get into a fight here in a second, I'm going to wait a turn and hope that I can just use that to get some stat. Oh, there's the pub. I see. Some statage. I made the right choice. I won! My butt stamina went up. Alright, this is the oldest trick in the Final Fantasy book right here. You gotta go just far enough away to not leave the town. Access secrets. What's up, Sornus? Damn, Beaver is getting bipped. That's me. RPGs in the afternoon for December. I'm here to help you be productive on Thursday, Friday, and the weekend. You know, the days when you're totally not going to be productive? I'm here to distract you from work, I guess, is what I should be saying. I'm just going to ignore all these friggin' guards all over the place. Yikes. Customers aren't allowed behind the counter. Bleeding Imperials are nothing but an ill-bred rabble. Aha! You're with the rebels. There's a secret door in this wall. A wounded soldier is inside. And then he disappears! Why is my shirt flipped horizontally? Who knows? Who can say? Sounds like a streamer problem. Yeah. Maybe it's Dr. Jeff. What's up, Kaidrian? It's not Dr. Jeff. If you're going to turn me over to the Empire, kill me first. So you're rebels, right? I'm Prince Scott of Kashuan. Prince Scott, we were told you didn't make it. I'm barely alive. I have a favor to ask. Tell my brother Gordon that he's strong and needs more faith in himself. Also, the king must know that the reason Finn lost is because Count Borgin betrayed us. He's now general in the Imperial Army. And tell Hilda that I love her. No, don't deliver that last message. The confessions of a dying man, they would only bring her pain. My brother, Dr. Jeff, have you heard news of him? I'm sorry, but I have not. Here, I want you to take my ring. I'm sure it will be of use. Yeah, this is a translation that's based off of the Game Boy Advance release, Noman. Borgin. Borgin. I've grown extremely tired. If you'll excuse me, I just need to rest for a little while. And he's gone. Everyone keeps disappearing on me. Treasure, though. Yeah. Alright, Prince Scott is dead. We've been playing for 45 minutes, almost, not even. We have a town razed, a bunch of parents dead, a prince has died, a friend is missing, kidnapped by the Empire. Final Fantasy II is... Uh-oh. Oh. Whew. I thought I was trapped in here. Alright, let's save our game. We gotta make our way back to Altair. Sleeping with a hat brim that big has to be uncomfortable. Emmett Ian Rack. Thank you for the follow. Let me pitch this to you, Schemo. What if they made a sleep hat that had a big brim in the front? Assuming you sleep on your back. A big floppy brim in the front to keep the sun out of your eyes, but then like no brim in the back, so you could lie flat. So it's kind of like a giant visor that goes around your head. This is Final Fantasy II, so greats, on the NES. Also, an interesting thing about this game that I don't think wasn't in Final Fantasy I. You can only attack enemies in the first 2 rows. So since there's 3 rows of enemies here, they're actually providing cover for the 2 in the back. I can't hit them. But now that one in the front is dead, now there's only 2 rows, so they're all fair game. Stick your head in a giant Gengar plush's mouth? Is that what you do, Noman? That sounds like a good idea. Sir Spamasom.
MisterRadon in a room full of natural light.
No.
He must be streaming from heaven, or the sunny side of hell. 0.
0. I think for a person like me, hell would be a pretty sunny. Like, sunny when you're trying to sleep. They always say, like, hell is this dark cave full of fire, but I bet hell is just, like, a really bright bedroom. Half a sombrero could work, yeah. Half a sombrero could definitely work, Emmett. Welcome to the chat. Thank you for the 6-month sub, Sir Spamasum. Hell is any line at the airport. That does sound pretty bad, Quicks. Oh my god, this fucking shitty game. This is like the worst Final Fantasy. I would now like to engage in the activity of saying which Final Fantasy is the best. It's 6. No, it's 7. Repeat ad nauseum. That sounds incredible.
Here comes a new challenger. You must crush them.
The worst Final Fantasy is the one you're not playing.
Amen. Amen. Thank you for the 100-bit Scowrocks. Danny boy. I do need to play... I've only ever beaten one Dragon Quest game. I need to play through that franchise. You know what I just bought? Yesterday? Bravely Default. I just bought that game. I've never played it before. I've heard good stuff. Uh-oh. I do like fucking with jobs and sub skills. It's a good question, Dino, because Infinite Undiscovery sounds like mysterious in the sense of like, you know, what's out there in the world. It's mysterious, like there's infinite undiscovery to do? I don't know. But like Bravely Default means nothing. Bravely, I'm convinced that they have like a wall at Square Enix, which is just like an English dictionary ripped out page by page and glued to the wall, and they just throw darts at it to figure out what to call their new games. I don't know where they got undiscovery from. I don't even know if that's a word. I don't think it is, but bravely, I bravely default on my loans. I need to get Triangle Strategy. I'm really looking forward to playing that game. Dedicated flute button. Heck yeah. I think I like that about JRPGs, where like the names just don't mean anything. Vagrant Story isn't a story about a vagrant. There's no vandalism in Vandal Hearts. Here goes that drunk airship again. There's no margin call in Margin Call. There's a movie called Margin Call? Played Arcrise Fantasia. Ultima isn't the last one. There's no Atelier Iris in Atelier Iris. What's up, Big Man? That's how you doing? I do need to play 3. I've committed to playing Atelier Iris 3 on stream. It happens, Slow Nature Walk, you know? Don't cause yourself pain. Hopefully you can sustain a living, but it's more important to live than to make a living. Any Falcom stuff? I don't think so. I'm not very acquainted with Falcom as a company. I'd like to play through like the Ys series at some point, but I tried to do a marathon of that off stream a couple years ago, and I devoured 1 Chronicles Plus and was too exhausted to play through 2 afterwards. I don't intend on doing any like Trails, like Legend of Heroes stuff. I've watched it. I played Legend of Heroes 1 on well, not 1, but you know, the first American one on PSP. And it was okay. I've watched streams of Trails, and it didn't really click with me. I haven't actually tried playing it myself though. A rabid feral target audience. I mean, from a raccoon fan, that is definitely terms of endearment. I love RPGs. I'd be interested to try one, but it's pretty low on my board right now. Intellect down, strength up. Intellect down, strength up. My butt got stupid. Oh, you got the 1cc. Excellent. Good job. I'm glad you did it, Noman. I'm glad it is no longer haunting you. I like the way that they run out of the battlefield in this one. Instead of just dancing on the sidelines. They're like, we killed him! Oh, Beaver's getting beefy. Look at that 73 HP! And I've already got all my gil back. So that's good. Do I need to use the inn in this town, or can I use the like glyph in here? I forget. Okay, we have to use the inn. Oh right, this yeah. So in this game, inns are pay by the hit point. So this is an instance where I would want to use my MP to heal out before... Or maybe not. What am I thinking of? 20 gil? Let's see, 5... Yeah, okay, so it's not paid by the hit point. I don't think. Let's see what happens if I do this. Oh yeah, there we go. 11 gil to restore my HP and MP. So even now I'm gonna want to use my my other heals. Alright, still 11. Pleasant dreams. Yeah. Also imagine the meta of this where the innkeeper's like, ugh, you look rough. 20 gil. And you're like, okay, hang on a second. Blah, 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 blah. And like, oh, alright, 11. You're just like furiously like wrapping your wounds in gauze. Like, no, 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 it's cool. It's cool. I need a discount. I'm sorry to have to do this to you, Gordon, but here's your brother's ring. That ring was my brother Scott's. Is that it? Okay, that's it. He's like, hey, that's my brother's ring. Bye. See you later. I can't tell him about Borgin, so I guess we gotta just go to Hilda. We gotta go talk to Hilda. Let's talk to Minwoo first. Nope. That ring, it's Scott's. Is he alive? He gave us this ring in Finn just before he lost the last of his strength. Did he say anything? No, nothing. Your Highness, please keep this ring. No, you keep it. You infiltrated Finn and returned safely. I underestimated you. Perhaps you can help us? Help us find the rare mithril for our army's equipment. We lost Finn because the Empire had weapons made of mithril. A rebel in Salaman named Joseph is looking for mithril, but he hasn't reported back. Will you go with Minwoo to Salaman to look into this? Take my canoe and let us be on our way. We got a canoe! I don't know what mithril is. And we got a new party member. Minwoo has joined the party. He has a lot of stats that I don't have. He's a ringer. We got a ringer. Max Woo. Alright. So now we can go to the east with the canoe. So we've lost Scott. He was going to propose to Hilda, you know. I always thought he'd make a fine husband for her. Long ago, mithril was in common use. Mithril was mined in the north near Semet Falls. Da-da-da-da. Let's talk to Gordon again before we leave. Now, in Kashuan, Scott had inherited a mithril sword that had been handed down through the ages. It was truly a magnificent blade. Alright. Now we can canoe all over the place. Bridge? Fuck a bridge. Canoe! Oh, there's a boat here. Time to canoodle. My butt goblin. It's warm in here. I should see if the heater's on, actually. Give me a second. It's like... It's a little toasty in here. I don't like it. Not a fan. Yeah, the butt goblin is making it warm in here. You know, ride 32 gil will take you to Poft. No thanks. Paloom and Poft haven't been attacked yet. The ship heading out of here will take ye to Poft. Now there's a fine lass. Let me buy you a drink. With you? No way. The cities past Poft are occupied by the Empire. This is the port town of Paloom. Paloom's a town of freedom. Want to settle down here with me, cutie? What kind of spells you got for sale? I'm good. No thanks. I should probably get some black magic spells soon, though. Quite honestly. Alright, well, I don't want to go to Poft yet. I need to get to... Where was Joseph at? Salamand. I gotta go to Salamand. I gotta get ye to Salamand. Not effective. You know, Schemo, I just read your chat message, and if I were an innkeeper, I would probably ask for a deposit if someone was bleeding all over the place, too. Like, when you put it like that, it makes perfect sense. If I was working, like, night shift at a Days Inn or something like that, and someone came in and they were just bleeding from combat, I'd be like, yeah, it's gonna be a little bit extra. Oh, a new enemy. Thorn. Oh, we got preemptive strike? Hell yeah. Uh-oh, that's a humanoid. That one is humanoid. Okay, Buttmo can't do damage. She's too weak. It's weird to me that magic is lower on the menu than running is. I don't know why, that's throwing me off.
Here comes the
Green herring.
You must crush them.
Bits.
early raid on stream Henlo.
Henlo to you too, Green Herring. Thank you for the 100 bits. And a fine Henlo to you. We're not equipped for this fight. Maybe I should turn around. Oh, nice. Yeah, I have a friend that I went to high school with kind of did a similar thing. Like, he kept a lot of his like legacy RPGs that he was really into and let the rest go. Spirit up, MP up. I've got spirit. Yes, I do. Where the frig is Salamand? Is that Salamand? Oh, bird! Sprinter. I love birds. Check out this good bird. Big steppin'. Big front foot steppin'. That's good. I like that. This is the port of Poft. Salamand is to the north, and to our east is Bafsk. Okay, so we got Salamand to the north of here. Got it. Thank you for your help, mysterious lady. It's interesting that at least so far in this game, like, I guess this is true of Final Fantasy 1. There's not a lot of, like, in-town locations to go. There's just people walking around and there's, like, utility shops, and that's it. You looking for Sid? He's probably over in the pub. A few gil will get you a ride on his airship. Bashk, the city to our east, is occupied by the Empire. They're building something terrible there. An Applebee's. They're building an Applebee's in Bafsk. That's a good little collection. Let's go to the pub. Actually, I should go to the inn first. Retro Island Gaming. How did your Mario go last night? Did you win? Did you lose your mind? It's good to see you. Hopefully I'm not keeping you up. $52, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. It took me 2 weeks when Mario 64 came out. It took me 2 weeks to get 120 stars. So 52 in one day is pretty respectable. Sid's airship could take you anywhere, but it'll cost you. Interested? Yes. 200 to go to Salamand. I'll walk. You here to ride the airship? If you got cash, there's no place I can't take you. And we learned the word airship. You want on the airship, you pay the guy behind me. First appearance of Sid. They're all just talking about Bafsk. All of them. They're all saying the same thing. I wonder if that's supposed to be the case, or if there's like a glitch in this translation patch. Well, just take solace in the fact that you don't have to do that, Rig. You don't have to go for 120. Alright. I spur into the airship and I'm gonna get killed. I'm gonna go north trying to walk there and something's gonna pop out and just eat my whole face. Goblin guards. No. Oh, well, it's okay, he missed. Yeah, we're gonna be doing RPG daytime streams in December from Thursday to Sunday. We're doing Final Fantasy on Thursdays, Front Mission on Fridays, and Saga on Saturdays and Sundays. So I can fill my RPG quotient. Since the N64 has me deficient in vitamin RPG. Sasquatch! Receiving a Retro Island gaming raid would be, I imagine, a wonderful thing. Okay, 3 damage ain't that bad. Man, Beefer's already got 100 HP. Flood of dolphins. I'd have to just, like, make a bunch of sounds play from somewhere, I think, if you rated me. Yeah, it's actually, it is one of the perks that I've considered, is, like, my stream schedule being what it is, I can only ever raid, like, anyone who's on the other side of the world or even more allergic to sleep than I am. So, it'll be nice to see some new faces and to raid some people that I don't normally get to raid. I mean, raiding Dino is always a good choice. It is a forever, perennial good choice. This must be Bafsk. I've wandered into Bafsk. Yeah, well, these people they're unhappy. They're all just saying ... I went the wrong way. When I raided Sumo. Bafsk, says Captain America as he punches the Red Skull. Maybe when Rig does the 10,000 follower special and it turns into a crazed 90-hour marathon. You're getting close, though. I mean, the people of Twitch have spoken, and they love their island wizard. pretty unanimous at this point. Oh, I got an item. Never had an item before. Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-ba-ba. Yeah, raiding sumo was a good choice. The anti-dote. Please don't dote. No doting allowed. I have decided that we're doing N64 games at night still, right? Except for Mondays. I've decided that we're gonna keep playing Indiana Jones. I wanna work through that game. So tonight we'll be playing more Indiana Jones. Healthy and strong Minwoo. Alright, well these attacks are all gonna miss. Because they have an advanced goblin in the front. It is, and I love it. I love how completely jacked that game is. Discovering that Indiana Jones has a weird, like, tapeworm noodle arm because it looks normal from the back was a very special revelation. Let's have beef or attack the leg eater. Oh, hang on. There we go. My butt hornet. I think I see it. I think I see the promised land of Salamand, where Mithril's found, and by my hand, Joseph's there, and what a guy. Salamand, until I die. Yeah. Yep. Oh no, it's a dude! Shit. Dudes are hard. Yeah. Uh-oh. There's some damage. There's some damage. A soldering soldier. The weird thing about this game is that, like, getting a critical hit on one of your guys is kind of exciting because stats are based on what happens in combat. Taking damage leads to HP increases. So the more damage you take, the bigger your max HP becomes. So, like, I legitimately, when I saw, like, 32 damage to my guy, I was like, yeah! That's gonna be sick! And it was. I got an HP increase. Okay, this is definitely Salamand. Which means we're getting ready for the first dungeon of the game, which is going to be a choke point, I think. This game is about to get very hard very quick. The Empire has enslaved the men of Salamand and forced them to work in the cave at Summit Falls. Please help them all. Summit Falls is beyond the mountains to the south of Salamander. That's where the Empire's been mining mithril. I love Joseph, but I know that when I'm around, I just get in his way. It's a very strange game, but it's quite good. I'm a fan of this game. You have business with me? I know an airship expert, but why should I tell you who he is? A little short in the tooth, aren't you? You kids can't fool me. Mithril, I haven't found any. I do have a few leads, but I'm gonna need you to prove you are who you say you are before I tell you. There's a bunch of people from Salamand who are being forced to work in the cave at Summit Falls. Rescue them and we'll talk. Oh, he doesn't trust us. I even gave him the password. He does not care. I was either going to play this or Final Fantasy V today, and I decided to go for this. I still need to finish 5, though. I gotta finish 5. I know. And 6. I've never beaten 5 or 6. They're the only ones out of the first 10 that I've never finished a version of. Alright, so we have a quest. We need to go in the cave and save the workers to earn Joseph's trust. You've only beaten 1, 5, 6, and 7. 2 is a very cool game, but it's very off-putting to a lot of people. I think you can handle it. You play like dungeon crawlers and stuff, you'll be fine. 3 is an amazing game with one of the hardest Final Fantasy endgames. Like, the last dungeon of 3 is 2 hours with no save points. 8, I'm a big fan of 8. I've always had a soft spot for 8. 9, I'm not. I don't have that soft spot for 9, but it's still a good game. There's no such thing as a bad Final Fantasy, in my opinion. Yeah. Obtuse saga game mechanics, for sure. It's always interesting. Yeah. Oh, that's right. We are about to go into our first dungeon. That's right. I forgot about those. The empty rooms. I completely forgot about those. Alright, I know we need to partner up on the Sasquatches. They're a little too strong for my party the way it is. But just think of all the Ultimas that you've beaten. I've never beaten an Ultima. Hell yeah. Like, I love Final Fantasy 3. When people complain about that dungeon, I'm just like, yeah. Yeah, that game does end real hard. Well, that's cool. I still need to get the Pixel remasters. Especially 1 and 2, because I have, like, all the other numbered Final Fantasies on Steam except for those 2. And 11 and 14. I need to get MMO time in at some point. Oh, whoops, I just went backwards.
Just got back from errands. Did fighter kill Black Belt by accident?
Oh, Sports Ball, I was thinking of the 50 bits. This game is beyond such archaic design. These are real characters with dialogue and names. Names like Buttmo and Beefer. What's up, Mr. McMuffin Puffin? Sam Squamch. How do you feel about the precursors to the Pixel remasters, the PC ports of the mobile games? I have those too. Might even play on it later. We'll see. Not today, but you know. The best version of Slam Shuffle of all time. Ooh. I am excited for more. What do they call it? HD 3D or whatever, or HD 2D. The stuff that they're doing with like Dragon Quest and Octopath and Live Alive and all that. Oh, weapon level ups. Okay, we're gonna save those. We gotta save. That's an important milestone. We gotta save those. No. Yeah, wipes are a big part of NES Final Fantasy. And then when they got to the Super Nintendo, they got rid of the wipes and did like mode 7 zooms. There's a lot of crazy zooms on the Super Nintendo. I think my goal for now anyways, long term, if I'm going to be streaming Final Fantasy games one day a week or whatever, and I might not next month, we'll see. But I think what I want to do is like play through the original version of the main Final Fantasies and then start working on like the sub-games, the re-releases, the remasters, you know. If I want to play Final Fantasy 2 again, I'd probably do it on the Game Boy Advance once I'm done with this. But it's a low priority. I thought it'd be a fun thing to do. And if I can beat some games in the process and have some fun, if I can sit here and have fun with my friends in chat, well, that's the real experience points. Any reason to play the NES versions over the remasters? I mean, I'm kind of a psycho duck something, and I like to take all versions of a game into consideration. If you particularly like 8-bit music, or like want to experience these games the way they were originally made, I think there's something to be said for that. But if you want any kind of quality of life, or like you know, a less obtuse experience, the re-releases are a much better option. Like the PSP versions, the PS1 versions are a lot more easy to stomach.
Did you call me a friend?
I did,
D.
Sports Balls. Thank you for the 69 bits. Like, the PS1 version of this game gives you like a run button, it gives you auto-targeting in the battles, it gives you I think you can do suspend saves, there's like a bestiary. The Game Boy Advance version has like an extra dungeon at the end of the game. So it's really just about like, if you want to play the original versions, if you have a curiosity for how these looked when they first came out, then there's value there. But if you just want like the most streamlined experience, then you should go with one of the later versions. I don't have Rat Attack yet, not yet. I might get it this holiday, we'll see. Oh, whoops. No, I'm still missing 9 North American N64 cartridges. And I did forget your promise, so if you want to just let it go, that's fine. I'm okay with that. I keep getting turned around, like, in battle and going the wrong way. I don't understand why that keeps happening. Ah, here we go. I found it. Ambushed. I've been ambushed. One of the things that I really like about the first 6, like, original release Final Fantasies is it's really easy to tell the way these monster sprites were derived from the original Amano artwork. Like, there's so many of these Final Fantasy, like, 1 sprites as a kid, I could not figure out what was going on in them. But if you look closely at the enemy sprites, and then look at, like, the concept art, it's like, oh, like, they were just trying to, like, turn regular art without, like, adapting it. They were just trying to, like, make it into sprites that a game could use. I think that's really neat. You lose that when the series goes to 3D, but it is pretty cool to see. They had one of the Ultimanias at Barnes & Noble when I was there the other day, and I thought about buying it as like a coffee table book or something. But instead I bought a big Ninja Turtles book instead. I bought this Ninja Turtles book. Figgy Jam Notes. Get in the canoe, idiot. We're going to the mines. Dungeon music appreciation. I like this song because it sounds very Shadowgate-y. With that, like, background melody. Hey, Carrots, how's it going? See the world outside. It's a loop. Let's begin getting blown up 2022. Alright. Regular enemies so far. That's good. What's up, Reg? Regular enemies. Oh, those weapon level ups. Weapon level ups in this game lead to proficiency, which means that the effort that your character would do to swing their axe once becomes a 2-swing combo. You get double damage, and you feel amazing. And everyone claps. What I should do is have my strongs attack the front row so I can open up the rest of the fight. Ugh, that's a lot of damage. Oh god. Don't hit my butt. Please don't hit my butt. Yeah, hit Minwoo. Just hit Minwoo. I think me healing prevented the HP increase, though, unfortunately. I think, had I taken the risk, my butt would have gotten a lot of HP from that fight. And that's the experience that this game provides that no other Final Fantasy does. You start thinking about how to increase your stats. It's not enough to just wander the world map and mash A. Yeah, it's the same thing that I say about like the North American release of 7th Saga. Like, that game is good because it's fucked up. But if you're not in the mood for playing a fucked up game, like, you know, it's just gonna be aggravating. Ten. Imagine you go to a dungeon for the first time in your life. You find a treasure chest and you're like, oh boy, the risk is worth it. And there's a dime inside of it. What's up, Luachiro? How's it going? Unless you're Scrooge McDuck, that's a horrible treasure. Sounds like a good plan, Reg. One man's dime is another man's dimiand. Look, I got a dime right here. There's a dime on my desk right here. And I was going to throw it away for comedic purposes, but you know what? That just invites the fates. And I'll choose to keep my dime, thank you. Treasure chest down there. No, don't pirate my dime. Yes, hit my butt. Oh no. Naming my character my butt has turned me into a masochist. I said it. And that's why I don't have a quote bot. There we go. There's the HP up I wanted. Yes. 200 gil. Now that's a treasure. Now that is a treasure you can take home to your mama. Four Sasquatches pounding my butt only make me stronger. Download now for Kindle. This, there's an optional patch that came with this translation as well that adds a B button dash. But I didn't think that would be the experience I was looking for. Reg wants a horoscope. Alright. Here you go, governor. The nightclub. Normally, these horoscopes come out at night, which is the party time. But since this is a daytime horoscope, I can tell you that you should have a dance party tonight. At the nightclub. Or you should use your blunt weapon to attack a knight. I'm not sure which. Sometimes the future is murky. I thought about actually like doing inverted like SimCity tarot and stuff. Actually doing a full... I should have like a... like an expensive one where I do like a full tarot reading with SimCity cards. But then I need like a table and I need like candles and it's gonna be a whole thing. I don't have time for that. Alright, we're coming up on our first empty room of many. I'd also have to learn how to do tarot readings, and I know people who could teach me, but it'd be a thing, you know? I used to do Taboo the Sixth Sense readings for people, because that game just does it for you. What's in the box? Eye drops. Again, useful, not the most exciting treasure to find in a treasure chest. Although, you know, it's probably pretty dry here, even though these are like waterfalls. They're in the north. It's probably, your eyes are probably chapped from all the cold northern temperatures. Indeed, platypus box. It probably gets sued by Will Wright. He's like, Sim Tarot's my idea. And another antidote. Yum yum. Another potion. Potione. I am good, Friendly Tonberry. How are you? It is already, like, I'm getting... I'm a lucky man is what I'm trying to say, right? Because one of the things that I was looking forward to for doing daytime streams is like, oh, like, I'll be able to see people that I don't normally get to see on Twitch. I'll get to, you know, maybe reach out to some new potential audiences. But I also am seeing a lot of people that I normally see during my night streams. And that's good, too. I feel very lucky. Best of both worlds. Hello, Duke Donuts. Welcome back. I hope that you are keeping it beefy. A strange version? This is the original Final Fantasy II. Long-time viewer, first-time chatter. Baba Booey, C-SPAN. Sure you did, Al. Sure you did. Me on the front page. That's rich. Really? You found me on the front page a year ago? That's weird. What's a radon? About $1.50. More if you get cheese. Jaeger Bombastic, thank you for the follow. We're on the march to 5K. We crossed 4,900 last night. So this is fortuitous timing to try and meet some new people. We're almost to 500. We're almost to 5,000 followers. At which point I think Twitch sends me a pizza. I think they send you a commemorative pizza if you get to 5,000. Zero Gil? Cheap bastard. Garlic? This guy had no money and garlic in his pocket. I think we killed one of the Empire's weirdos. Imagine you're robbing somebody and they turn out their pockets and a bulb of garlic just falls out and a moth. Okay. Door number 1. Oh. Door number 2? Empty room. So what's really fucked about the empty rooms in this game is that if you go into an empty room, they throw you in the middle of the room, so you have to walk a few steps out. You can't just, like, leave immediately and be like, oh, there's nothing here. You have to work your way out of... You somehow just, like, burst down the door and stumble forward, like, 5 steps. Yeah, punishment rooms. Alright, what class is everyone on Seinfeld, Dorky? What Final Fantasy class are the Seinfeld cast? I mean, you brought it up, Kramer. You brought up Kramer, so now you gotta do it. Unless you're busy and you don't want to. Okay, I should have just gone with the first store. I should heal B for... Jerry is a wizard. Master of comedic timing. He can cast spells to make people laugh uncontrollably. George is a cleric. Master of manipulation. He uses divine powers to get people to do his bidding. Elena's a warrior. A tough and determined fighter who stop at nothing to get what she wants. Kramer is a rogue. A master of getting in and out of any situation using his cunning and charm to get what he wants. Newman is a necromancer. A master of dark magic and can summon minions to do his bidding. Necro Newman. Just means he's put in the work. You just got swollen Final Fantasy III muscles, Norman. Nothing wrong with that. Ah, he missed. Spade, thank you for dabbing. You know, it's one thing that's always nice about the Final Fantasy, because they've all been re-released to fucking hell and back, right? But even like the 10-10-2 remaster has the alternate soundtrack, and sometimes that soundtrack hits. John Matrix. What's up, John Matrix? John Matrix, John Matrix, John Matrix. Treasure! One! It's because I talked shit about the dime earlier, isn't it? Finding one gill in a treasure chest is like going trick-or-treating and getting pennies. One unwrapped circus peanut. Handful of cooked spaghetti in a Ziploc, in a steamy Ziploc bag. No sauce, no butter. Alright, we're gonna heal Beefer. Am I gonna make it out of this dungeon without dying? Probably not. I'm not prepared. Like, Buttmo still has default 20 HP. Do my best. I'll try. Although I might just exit out once I save the workers and see if Joseph will talk to me. I don't remember if Joseph's dialogue changes after the dungeon's over or once you save the workers. Yeah, it's got MP Klubers, but no experience points. Welcome to the Spaghetti Clump, located across the Highway 70 from the Goblin's Pube. I'm trying to remember what my least favorite Halloween candy was, and like I like a lot of the stuff that people don't like. Like I don't mind circus peanuts; they're not my favorite. I'm okay with like the taffy and the plain black and orange wrappers. I don't like licorice at all. Like red licorice, Twizzlers, that's fine. Like black licorice, no. I like Smarties. I know some people don't like Smarties. I'll fuck with Smarties. I think I have. I forgot about them, but that sounds familiar, Noman. Chocolate Twizzlers is something that sounds familiar. Salted licorice. I mean, I hear that like salmiakki and stuff like that is very good, but I don't like the flavor of like black licorice, star anise. Not a fan. Aha! HP up for Buttmo. I'm gonna heal her out of combat because 8 HP is not enough to live on. I forget what I was eating a couple days ago, but like I got a piece of it stuck in my teeth, and when I got it out of my teeth, I was like, "Oh, this has anise in it." It was really weird. It was like the only flavor that I hit when I was getting the food out of my teeth. She likes black licorice. Maybe, yeah, maybe something with a fennel seed. That makes sense. I like the flavored Twizzlers. I like the orange creamsicles. I like the lemonade ones. I do enjoy those. I was downing a hot toddy. Yeah, I was having my normal post-stream hot toddy. And sitting quietly in a dark room. And I was like, wait a minute, this tastes like licorice. much inventory room do I have? 6, 7, 8, 9. I can hold 18 more items.
I am surprised Radon isn't using the Captain Finn build on LL of his characters. Nosmug.
Reg, thank you for the 50 Captain Finns. Yeah, they use deepfake technology to put young Indiana Jones in it, like young Harrison Ford in it. That's all I know about it. To celebrate, we're going to be playing Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine tonight. Help! Airship? Does a canoe help? Does garlic help? Sob. My butt! Thank goodness you're here. This is Joseph's daughter, Nellie. That bastard Borgin held her hostage to threaten Joseph. I came here to look for Mithril, but ended up getting caught. So long. I'll help everyone here escape. Thanks for saving us. Okay. That's the midway point of this dungeon. I think... Can we teleport out? Do we have a teleport? I know we have a teleport spell, but does it exit dungeons? Yeah. Costs HP. Oh, it's a lot of HP! Yes, it does in fact cost HP. Correct. I mean, I've been streaming long enough that I could probably use old streams as like reference points to do young Radon VTubing, younger Radon, not young. What's up, Cleveland? Cleveland does retro RPGs on the weekdays, and now Radon does retro RPGs on the daytime, Thursday through Sunday. Ugh, I need to take a break soon. I think once I get back to town, I'm gonna take a break. Get up and stretch. Saki! How's it going, Saki? Good to see you. I'm going the wrong way. Happy Thursday. Heck yeah. Happy December. Happy December 1st, everybody. I will say that I have my first canceled stream of the month already planned. I won't be... I said that Saturday nights are for multiplayer stuff for N64. I, A, have plans, and B, I'm not ready to start doing that yet, so... there will be no stream this Saturday night. We'll still plan on doing Saga during the daytime, but the multiplayer stream for this week is canceled. Shadrock? Is that Shadrock? I can't see, it's too bright out. Is that Shadrock? Radon in the Daydon. What's up, Vork? Thanks for saving me. You saved my daughter, thank you. That cowardly Borgin had been threatening Nellie to get to me. If there's anything I can do to help, just ask. Sid is the leading expert on airships. The cave beyond Summit Falls used to be an old mithril mine. The deepest parts of the cave still have mithril deposits. That's not very helpful, Joseph. I was already there. I think I already knew that there was mithril, and that someone already was like, yeah, there's mithril in Summit Falls. I went to all that trouble to save your daughter, Joseph, and I got nothing for it. Hurry, take the mithril to Altair and give it to the princess. I don't have it. I don't have it. Don't tell that guy that I fled the dungeon. He'll make fun of me. Every playthrough ends in pandemonium. But Alright. I'm gonna save my game. I'll let the world map music play. I'm gonna take a quick break, get up and stretch, get some more water, and then we're gonna dive Summit Falls again and see if we can't get through it. So I'll be right back, everybody. BRB. Whoop. Alright, I am back. Thank you everybody for waiting. It's time for Dungeon. Twitch is doing what games week?
Here comes a new challenge.
Wait a second.
You must crush them.
Wait a second.
Welcome back, MisterRadon, to twitch.tv. Would you like to enable ShareCoin?
No, thank you. Thank you for the 100-bit screen airing. I just got an email from Twitch. And it says, what obscure, weird, random, forgotten game will you stream during December 5th to December 7th? And they're trying to get everyone to do like obscure games for What Games Week, but also What Games Week is only 3 days. As in, what genre even is this games? The I'm having fun even though I have no idea what is going on games. And the games that make you say, what is Shaq Fu and is it a real form of martial arts? So the email that they sent calls out Shaq Fu and Seaman as 2 games for What Games Week. And I'm like, that's cool. I actually, like, as an idea, I'm fucking down for that. But also, every week is What Games Week. Like, let's be honest. That's every week here. What even are games? Let's see, the What If God Was One of Us song? Let's see. Let me see if I can find it, Duke. What if God was one of us? Maybe. Just a slob like one of us. Just a stranger on the bus. I got you, Duke. I got you. I've been ambushed! Help! Void! I really wish I liked Dissidia as a video game. It's a lot like Smash Bros. To me, where like, I love the redesigned characters, I love the remixed music. I don't like playing it. I don't enjoy playing Dissidia. At least I have yet to figure out how to enjoy playing Dissidia. I think for What Games Week, I should play, like, Minecraft. Play Minecraft on Friday, League of Legends on Saturday, and Fortnite on Sunday, yeah. Yeah, I like Dark Cloud. Dark Cloud's a good game. Shareware porno games from Finland. Let's see, what days of the week are that? 5 through the 7th. 5. That's Monday, Tuesday. Wow, thanks, Twitch. Way to put What Games Week on during fucking prime time. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So I'll be playing a PS2 game on Monday, I can tell you that much. And then I'll be playing N64 on Tuesday and Wednesday. Those are my one stream a day days this month. You have to be more specific than shareware porno games from Finland. Is there a tag? I didn't see a tag. Let me see. Oh yeah, hashtag. It's hashtag What Games Week, which again is 3 days long. Share your favorite What Game moments on social with hashtag What Games Week. Hashtag shareware porno games from Finland. I mean, I think it's every day. I think every day is What Games Week. But Twitch is promoting it for the 5th through the 7th of this month. Gosh, thank you for the 50 holidays.
The top 10 holidays in video gaming. 10. Birthday and Day of Mass for Auberity Van Eel. 9. Saint Plock Day. 8. Veterans Day, observed in Lauderan and Boletaria. 7. Galbadian Independence Day. 6. Shah Khan's birthday. 5. Father's Day, observed in Azeroth. 4. Mushroom Kingdom Thanksgiving. 3. Boxing Day, observed in Lilgamin. 2. Easter, observed in Wise. 1.
Wise.
Eagle and Election Day.
Thank you, Resh, for the 50 holidays. What's up, Trachea? How's it going? Early stream. Early RPG stream. Chick. Making my way back through the dungeon. Please don't kill me, Sasquatch. So unless there's a, and there's going to be a different rotation of enemy encounters on the floor where I warped out. But I'm feeling okay. I'm feeling like maybe I can beat this dungeon. Did I not sleep? I slept between streams, but my schedule is also really fucked up right now. I think it makes me look fatter for some reason. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the wide camera box. Or maybe I just got fatter recently. Maybe Thanksgiving made me fatter. Yeah, big food day is good. Ragadon with the 64 bits.
Hello Radon and good luck Duke Do Dance.
Duke Do Dance. Thank you, Ragadon, for the 64 bits. Big thanks. How's everybody doing? Welcome on in if you just got here. Welcome to Final Fantasy II for a little bit longer. We're a little over halfway done with our brand new daytime streams that we're doing. John Matrix thinking of 64/64s.
Radon suffix 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 radon suffix
Suffix?
radon suffix radon suffix radon suffix.
Thank you, John Matrix, for the 64/64s. Big appreciation for all the bits, everybody. Tune in tonight for more Indiana Jones. Yeah, Radon Suffix. Suffix. Bloop. Bloop. Oh boy, what's up, Ewitch? Oh boy. If I did a daytime stream of Plock, it would take the entire stream to beat that game. Plock is long. What's the Plock speedrun look like? It's gotta be over an hour. There's no way you can beat Plock in less than an hour. I refuse to believe it's possible. Really? 16 minutes? No way. Are there warps? Are there Plock continues? 28 minutes? Oh my god. Shadrock for the 50 bits.
MisterRadon decides to stream on twitch.tv early, which causes Duke Donuts to lose his cool after a few seconds and end his stream.
Sorry, Duke.
This causes Duke Donuts to lose his cool again, this time, and he loses his cool for the rest of the series.
Oh no.
This leaves Duke Donuts with a poor draw, just like how in his series against Dark Knight in the first Grand Finals, when he drew just 3 heroes and lost his cool at 7:16, he was clearly struggling towards a win.
Duke Donuts is losing his cool all over the place. Thank you, Shadrock, for the 50 bits. I hope that Duke Donuts gets his cool back. Fabulous, how's it going? Duke 716. Butmo, strength up. Is it this door? Yes. Guess what's gonna happen? I hope not. I really hope that I've already thought about it, John Matrix. I don't want people to disrupt their daily lives or normal viewing, Twitch viewing patterns just to follow me here. I hope that they are only here when they want to be here. And when they don't want to be here, I hope they're doing something else. Oh, you found some pumpkin pie. I wonder if it's the same. Like, I wonder if there's any kind of differences between Filipino pumpkin pie. Schmalt. Well, you know, I mean, I know you're joking, but I bet there's probably somebody who's like, God damn it, Radon's streaming again. Like, he's hogging all the stream time. I'm missing out on streams. I want to make sure that everyone is breaking bread. Gil. Oh! That's sick. I just saved money on car insurance by waiting to get a fire spell for Butmo. Yeah, I'm like ruining people's sleep patterns. Rig woke up to go pee and then he was in here for like a half hour. Like, I've disturbed the natural order. Shadrock gave me 50 bits.
MisterRadon decides to stream on twitch.tv early, which causes DNO to lose its connection with its fans.
No!
Upon hearing it, DNO gets a message from DNO's owner, DNO, which alerts that someone is currently running in a corner on Twitch. This, combined with DNO's sudden change of mind, eventually lead to a torrent that ends up on the dongle, before being sent to the Twitch server.
Oh,
the torrent
God.
is named PewDiePie. You need to follow the link on our YouTube channel to catch it up.
So the butterfly effect of me doing a daytime stream is that Duke Lost is cool. DNO created PewDiePie. I gotta abort, guys. No more day streams. I've disturbed the natural order and I've learned my lesson. I've got to change my ways. I've seen the ghost of Christmas past. I've gotta do better. Thank you, Shadrock, for the 50 bits. Miss? Are you sick, John Matrix? You got the grot in ya? Hope you feel better soon. You can always do what I do. It's extremely unhealthy, but I swear it always makes me feel better if I've got the grot. Weird. Maybe it counts more than 9999, it just doesn't show it. Ingus is a good name for a Final Fantasy character. You broke his nose, Ingus. Whenever I get the sinus grot, and it's bad and I want to get rid of it quickly, I go to the grocery store. This is 100% true. I go to the grocery store, I get a gallon of Sunny D. And if my throat hurts, I'll get a 2-liter of Sprite. And the goal is to drink the entire gallon of Sunny D in 24 hours. And I almost always feel much better afterwards. I picked the wrong balloon. Yeah, it's a very good bomb sprite. This is the first appearance. They weren't in Final Fantasy 1, I don't think. This is their original incarnation. Ah, shit. I shouldn't have gone this way already. Oh, that's a lot of goblins. And they ambushed me. Oh, God. Oh, shit. I think it'd be interesting if you did a contest of, like, make your own Final Fantasy battle theme, right? There's certain tenets that you have to abide by, even the later ones, like Blinded by Light. They follow the same kind of baseline chord progression. But I think that would be an interesting creativity contest. Oh, Beefer's gonna get so many HP, let's go! Give me the Beefer HP! Beefy Beeferson, what's up, Super GT? Yeah. Theme of Bomberman. Okay, how are there so many goblins still alive? Oh, please don't die, Beefer. Okay, good. No! Oh, Beefer died! Fuck. Big blinky red lights. Oh, I got to keep the HP since I revived him. Yes. Yes. That's exciting. I'm getting close to getting Cure 2. So the spells in this game work like Secret of Mana, Secret of Evermore, where the more you use them, the more they level up. When they level up, the trade-off is that they cost more MP to cast, but they're more effective. So, like, Cure 1 will always cost 1 MP, but Cure 2 will heal more HP. You know, it's weird. These are the same enemies I've been fighting, but, like, they're getting more aggressive or something. Like, I feel like I need to go grind a bit, even though I'm fighting the same types of enemies. The wear of a big dungeon is having a toll. I'm gonna clear out this floor, though. I'm gonna clear out this floor before I leave. Try to, anyways. HP up for my butt and Buttmo. Buttmo. Brutmo. I can't eat oranges. They gross me out. The texture is disgusting to me. I can eat canned oranges because they don't have the pith or whatever it's called, but just like eating an orange, my stomach won't. I can't swallow. It's too gross to me. Oh, monster in a box. A land turtle. Uh-oh. Okay. I'm gonna have Buttmo cast Fire. And I'm gonna have Minwu cast Cure 7 on the party. Can I do that? Party. There we go. Well, that's not good. That's not good. So my butt can't hurt the land turtle. Can fire hurt it? Yes. Okay, that's something. Oh, that's big damage. Alright, keep casting fire. Oh man. Only fire can hurt it. I don't have anything else. My physical attacks are too weak. I sure hope this works. Like, I'm not doing a ton of damage with fire either. You know? Do I have any, like, buffs that would do good here? Sap, maybe? I could debuff the turtle with sap, perhaps? Let's try it. Otherwise I have to wait for a crit. That's the only thing I can do. Okay, removed its MP. It's an MP stealing move. Beefer, beefer, it's dangerous to be a beefer. Cast fire, beefer. What else can we do? Fog? Fear? Keep trying. Am I gonna be soft locked if I don't kill it before I run out of MP? Oh, he's got an ether. I could maybe use that. Conch shell. What does that do? Please do a crit. Yeah, 1 damage. We're on the board. Beefer broke through. 1 HP. Hallelujah. Crit. Crit. Yeah, we got it. Shield and sword level up, magic power level up, MP up, axe level up, magic power, MP up. Ooh. The experience. And a mithril shield? Yes! Yes! Delectable. Okay, I want to give teleport to not Buttmo. I want, like, my butt to have... Well, I think maybe I want Beefer to have teleport. Because, like, I'm not going to use him to cast spells in combat. But, like, as a field map utility user, it's probably a good use of his MP. Damn upgrades. That's a critical hit. 3 hits! Yes! Fighting the turtle in the treasure chest was a good idea. Now I am doing 3 hits per attack. And it is good. Yeah, let's teleport out of here. Let me maybe try and grind for a little bit. Actually. Perfect, yeah, that's ideal utility for Beefer there. want to go save. Now that I've got those upgrades. Maybe I'll buy some new stuff in the town. I'd like to get Butmo over 50 HP if I could. I might need her to hit herself to pull it off, though. We'll try that in the next fight. Maybe after I save, just to be careful. I don't know. Oh, satisfying. Light the hornet's nest on fire. Yeah, I need HP levels. I know the exploit, and I'm gonna use it. I know the good exploit for HP in this game. I'm just not far enough into the game to do it yet. I think you have to get past this dungeon, and then you can make your characters have gigantic HP. Ah, spreading it out across so many targets is doing no damage. That's okay. It's experience. Experience counts for something. It's one of those things, you know, like, I think that playing the game the way the developers intended, there's something to that, but at the same time, I think one of the things that makes this game special is the fact that you can do deranged stat upgrade tricks. You can abuse the system mechanics in interesting ways. I think that's one of the nice things about this game. To me, it's kind of like gambits in Final Fantasy XII, where it's like, you don't have to go crazy with them, but if you want to, you can completely automate your RPG experience in ways that are fascinating. Yeah, you can just never cast a spell, yep. Facts. Gil. My god. My god, that's a lot of gil. Yeah, it's getting dark. What do you got? Sap? Life is good. Oh man, these are good spells. I was gonna buy weapons, but these spells are too good. Shit. My take on it is like, if you want to abuse mechanics like this, either to make the game more enjoyable, or if you discover them on yourself, and like, that's satisfying. And then if you like the game enough to replay it and you want like a challenge, then you can abstain from things, you know? I can get a longsword, I can get a battle axe. Yeah, I gotta buy weapons. I think it's a good idea to buy weapons now. I want the spells, but the weapons are gonna be more satisfying. I forget if you can two-hand in this game. Hang on a second. Yeah. Okay. Longsword, battle axe, longbow. Minwoo can keep his staff. I don't feel like upgrading that. Oh yeah, you can totally two-hand in this game. I mean, I'm not one to level up shields, personally. I think bows are two-handed, right? Yeah. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. I do too, Gao. How do I remember all this? I remember the important stuff and I forget everything else. I can't remember what direction I was moving at the end of a fight in this game, but I can remember, like, tricks and interesting shit. Let's sell the old bow. We'll keep the shields for now, just in case. Just in case we need them. And I got 2,400 gil left. Should I get some armor, maybe? I probably should. I'm still wearing, like, clothes. Might be a good idea to invest in some armor. Yeah. It's neat to look that stuff up after the fact, for sure. But again, games are meant to be fun. And if you want to look up answers because you're frustrated and things aren't working, if it will help you have fun, you should do it. And if it ruins your fun, you shouldn't do it. Free up some inventory space here. So I have enough for one more full set of armor. Ooh. Yeah, it's good advice. If you're not sure, ask a friend. Especially if I'm getting rid of the shields, it's probably a good idea for me to invest in armor. I want to go two-handed. I gotta beef up all my other stats. This is Final Fantasy II, go, 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 man. I don't have enough to get... Well, let's grind for money for a sec. That'll be a good target. I can do a little short money grind to help get Beaver some gloves. And all my money's gone, just like that. La 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 la. Gee. What's up, Scud? I'm just gonna shoot an arrow at myself. Just turn the bow the wrong way. Blam! Miss. Man. Man! How do you miss an arrow? I mean, I couldn't do it. There's no way I could do it. I can only do it by accident. I could never do it on purpose. I don't blame you, Buttmo. I do not blame you. There we go. 2 damage. Wow, she can't even hit herself. Even her self-attacks are weak. Oh, yes! The damage, baby. The damage, baby! 2 weapons is the way to live. I'm a meathead that likes doing big damage. That's all I care about in RPGs. Swinging hard and taking health. What's up, Fry Guy? La 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 la. Just keep having Buttmo attack herself. Yeah, although I am ending stream in less than an hour. So that I can take my break and come back to play N64 games later. That's some damage. There you go, Buttmo. There you go. Atta girl. Death is hard to see. HP up. Not quite where I want her yet, but close. I'd like to get her over 50 if I could. I have enough... Well, no, I don't have enough gil yet. I need a little more gil. I have 2 butts in my party. That's true. It's not enough. I'm gonna work on that. That's a go on top boss. Oh, triple digit damage. We've accomplished satisfaction. Let's go down here. Let's just wander off into the countryside. I'm sure nothing bad will happen. How could it? Yeah, only 1 butts. Yes, 12 damage. Not effective. HP up and bow level up. Ooh. Alright. Alright, I think we'll get enough gil on the way back to buy the bronze gloves for Beefer. So we'll just head back now. Alright, Hector. Enjoy your dins. Your din-dins. If you can shoot yourself, you can shoot at someone else. That's just basic logic. Bronze in my beefer. Do it, do it. have killed that goblin, but I fucked up. I fucked up my inputs. Man, Fire 1 does nothing if you spread it across multiple targets. I gotta level that up. That's pathetic. I couldn't understand the goblin sprite when I was a kid in Final Fantasy 1. It took me a long time to realize what I was looking at. I mean, they started it, Tex. It's not like I'm mashing A to kill goblins. I'm just trying to walk back to town. And suddenly I have goblins to deal with. Why don't the soldiers have money, and why do they have garlic and shit? Is this commentary? Is it because they're not being paid well enough? Is this social commentary about being in the army? One bronze glove, please. Thank you. Alright, we're ready. Butmo's got 50 HP. Everyone's got fresh weapons and armor. I feel ready. I'm ready to do this. Got this. Let's beat the first dungeon. It's time to finish the first dungeon of Final Fantasy II. 3 hours later. No. That's a lot of gil. Goblins got money, but soldiers don't. What's up with that? I'm liking this damage output. I am satisfied with this increased damage output. Gaming Galleon with a raid. Angry Hoosier, how's it going? Thank you for the raid, Gaming Galleon. Let's get a shout out for the Gaming Galleon, a classic stream here on Twitch. Gaming Galleon's been around for quite some time. Shout out the Gaming Galleon.
Time for a nap. Good night, guys.
How's it going, Gaming Galleon? Thank you so much for the raid. I got so many antidotes. I'm gonna have to sell some soon. Or just throw them on the ground. Like the garbage that they are. Welcome everybody on in. My name is MisterRadon. We're playing Final Fantasy II today. Trying to finish the first dungeon and then probably calling it an afternoon. I'll be back on later tonight playing Indiana Jones on the N64. But we're starting some... We're going to try out 2 streams a day on half the week for December and see how that goes. So you're here for the first experiment of Final Fantasy II. Tomorrow afternoon, if you're not a night stream kind of person, tomorrow afternoon we're going to be playing Front Mission on the Super Nintendo, starting a playthrough of that. So if you're around in the afternoon tomorrow, Front Mission. If you're around tonight, Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine. NASCAR's on hold, yeah. It could come up soon, though. We could end up with some NASCAR. Yeah, I'm trying to do 2 streams a day, Mr. Smiles. Not Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, and not this Saturday. I'm taking Saturday night off this week. It's the Twitch exchange program, Fry Guy. You know, like when you study abroad? Rig and I are doing a wife swap. A stream wife swap. Crushing it! Getting big damage out here. I love it. Plus, like, RPGs are a good... If I'm doing 2 streams, I'm not gonna always do RPGs, but it's nice to do them because, like, there's no inputs. I can sit here and hold the controller in 2 hands and, like, slump super hard in my chair and, like, nothing changes. The gameplay stays the same, you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm trying it. And I might skip some days. Like, it's not a hard schedule, but I'm gonna try to do 2 streams a day. Thursday through Sunday. If I'm tired or if I've got something going on in real life, then I'm going to let that take priority over stream. But if I don't have anything going on and I just want to play video games and hang out and have fun and chat with people, then I'm going to stream. It was all a dream. Super Nintendo. It's it can be very tiring. It can be very tiring to do an 8-hour stream. Part of the reason I'm doing it this way too, though, is like my wife works a regular office job, and so I'm doing 2 streams on the days where I don't go to work. And so I can get 1 stream done, and she came home early today. She's already home, but I can get 1 stream done, spend some time with her, and then do a 2nd stream, and that's less intrusive on the other parts of my life that way. Damage. You find 4 hours a slog. I'm addicted to video games. I could play a game I don't like for 4 hours. There are a few things in life that I would rather be doing more than play video games. Yeah, it happens, you know, it happens. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes we gotta play unpleasant games for the culture. I've never played X7. I stopped after X5. X5 was so disappointing to me that I've never played a Mega Man X game since. Spade, thank you for dabbing again. Yeah, X5... I think I'd rather play X6 from what I've seen on it. At least. X5 was so bland. It felt like so unfinished and uninteresting. Like, the fact that you can start X5 with all your power-ups... I know it's dumb that Mega Man always has to get all his shit back like Samus, but... It's just, ugh. I mean, if as long as you had fun with it, Shadrock. I like X3. I like X4. I like X2. Like I have no beef with any of those games, but X5 might be the first Mega Man game historically that I did not enjoy. Either that or Legends 1. I mean, Legends 1 is okay, but I just don't... It's not my cup of tea. It's not... It doesn't get me hype the way it does a lot of people. Yes. Okay, which way did I go? Down, was it? No. That sounds better, but like, again, yeah, that's like... The main problem for me in Mega Man X5 is like sub-weapons not taking energy and being able to start with a bunch of upgrades. I think it's one of those games too where like, you can't get all the upgrades in one playthrough. That's always kind of a sticking point for me. Like, if I would like Mega Man 8 a lot more if there were enough bolts to get all the upgrades in a single playthrough. As it stands, 8's okay. Like, the more I play it, the more I like it. but I'd like it more if you could just max out Mega Man with a bunch of fucking crazy skills. Blue, blue, blue. Ambushed. How dare you? I would agree with that. X4 is good. I know people who think it's the best. I know people who think it's the second best. I think I'd rather play 1, 2, and 3 before I played 4. But it's good. X4 is good. To me. To me. Can't you see? One of these days I'll work up the courage to play 6, 7, and 8. That's a lot of enemies. Maybe it's time, Noman. You gotta get to him before Macaw does. I feel kind of justified that Macaw quit Mega Man X at the same point that I did. I feel a little justified in my decision making. I didn't play the 4 through 6 when they were new. I remember when I got my PlayStation. Oh, that's a boss fight. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go. Let's do it. I'll never hand over the Mithril. Sergeant. When I got my PlayStation, very late. I got my PlayStation, I think, in 01. Maybe late 01, early 02. And I remember seeing Mega Man X6 like for sale everywhere, and I was like, Mega Man X, I love Mega Man X. But I never got around to it. I didn't play X4 or X5 until I started streaming. $75 damage. Okay, Buttmo can't hurt the Sergeant with physical attacks. Oh god, Minwoo can't hurt the Sergeant with physical attacks. And my Butt and Beef are both missed. Good. Excellent. Way to go, team. Yikes! Okay, there we go. We're on the board. With the min and the max. I did enjoy... Oh god, my butt can't hurt the Sergeant Eater. This isn't good. I'm here a little too early, methinks. I did enjoy Command Mission. I didn't finish it. I need to finish it on stream one of these days, but Command Mission was good too. What's up, Keto? Oh, I used the wrong spell. I thought Shell was for physical and Barrier was for magic. Whoops. Hey, there's some damage. Good job, my butt. I played a little bit of them. I never finished them, but I definitely dabbled with them a bit. Body resist. Critical hit. Yeah, baby. One that needs healing is Minwoo. So let's just heal Minwoo. I have not seen that. I mean, it could be... I think it's more likely KI4, but... I don't think they would... Because they put out KI1. Wow, 3 damage got the kill. They put out KI1 with the original release of Killer Instinct 3. Mithril, yeah! Online rollback. That would be good, but I don't see them doing a countdown for that. You know? I don't think that's countdown worthy. Plus, like, is it coinciding with Game Awards? Game Awards is a week from today. If it's a 7-day countdown, I think it's gonna be like a full announcement. I never played through the Mega Man Game Boy games. The screen size was a lot to overcome. It'd be interesting to do though, because especially 5, like they're pretty different. I have played through Mega Man Soccer. Mega Man and Bass is an extremely hard game, and it's harder on the Game Boy Advance than on the Super Nintendo, in my opinion. Because again, you're dealing with a much smaller screen, but that game is not easy at all. Meow. Alright, we're done with this dungeon. We did it. Should I walk out? Nah, fuck that. Get us out of here, Beefer. I'm gonna get Cure to level 2, fuck it. Level 2 Cure for Buttmo. Alright, we got through the first dungeon, folks, we did it. Successful first stream of Final Fantasy II. 1 dungeon clear. Now we gotta make our way back to Altair. Me. I remember when I was a kid, I thought that Mega Man X was Mega Man 10 because I'd done the math, and like, if you added up the NES and the Game Boy games up to that point, I think X was the 10th release in America. I thought they were just using Roman numerals. Mega Man 10 and Final Fantasy X. X. Four hours? Oh, okay, well, that's pretty soon. Better get that mithril back to Altair. No timer. No timer on this. We're just playing. Professor Xavier and his 10 men. Yeah, you can link it. That's fine to watch. Oh, okay. That timer. Can I save money? No, I can't. That's all NP I'm trying to get back. What's up, Fresh Curse? Alright. Minwoo can warp, right? No, he doesn't know warp. I guess we're walking back. Yeah, I gotta pick that up soon. But we're playing the original Super Nintendo front mission tomorrow. So it can wait. It can wait for me. Crit. I've only ever finished Front Mission 3. I love Front Mission. It's the only one I've ever beaten was 3. But I beat it on both routes. But... Oh, I guess I beat Gun Hazard. I've beaten Gun Hazard before. Two potions. Is it my birthday? Yeah, we're doing 2 streams a day on the weekends, Cloudheart, Thursday through Sunday. Scheduling 2 streams a day. They're not always going to be happening, but I'm going to try to do 2 streams a day. And this one is just about done. I think we're going to get back to the first town, and that's probably going to be where we're going to leave it, unless I get back there really quick. You don't run into, like, one enemy a lot in this game, at least not in the early phase. You always fight big clumps. Which I think is deliberate. I think it's that you have an opportunity to... Like, if you're fighting one weak enemy in this game, you're never going to get your stats up. You need multiple turns. You need things to happen in combat to level up in this game. I think this is very quietly a deliberate choice of this game to give you lots of things to do in early combat against weak enemies. Otherwise, you'd never be strong enough to deal with a difficulty increase. Ba-ba-ba. Yeah, if you do find one enemy, get out. Yeah, there's no experience points in this game. It's all determined by your actions in battle. And I think that idea, what turns people off is the very first time one of their stats goes down and they're like, oh, this game's bullshit. And I get it, but like, it's not that big of a deal. Like, if you commit... Like, I've been attacking with Buttmo a lot, but like, really what I should be doing is loading her up with spells and like, keeping her in the back row. I'm just being lazy during the early game. Like, the fact that her intellect has ever gone down, it's an easily correctable problem too, honestly. Like, once you just change tack and start doing other stuff, it resolves. Grind 400 hours hitting yourself at the start of the game. Like, here's the thing. I'm being totally honest here. Take it with a grain of salt, I guess, because I always say how much I like this game, but like, I remember when I played through this the first time, that dungeon that I just did was really fucking hard. And I don't think that I, like, manipulated the game any particular way to make it easy. Like, I just did it. Like, the game is moving, you know? It's not as bad as it seems. You don't have to do all kinds of preparatory shit in this game to make it playable. Like, you can just play it. You'll be fine. Don't take stupid risks and play the game, and yeah, it'll work out. I haven't really done much grinding except for like 10 minutes of trying to get money. And I only had one character KO. No party wipes. And it was enough that I double checked the translation patch that I applied to make sure it didn't do any game balancing. Because I was like, this seems like it's not like whooping my ass. Yeah, it's exactly the same thing. We're back. A dinosaur. A dinosaur's hornet. Fine. Be that way. Like, I've played Phantasy Star 1 and, like, yeah, I've left the town and gotten my ass kicked by the first. Here's the thing about Phantasy Star 1. If you don't do any prep work and you just leave the town and get into a fight, there is a small chance that the first enemy encounter will kill you. But also, what's more likely to happen is the first enemy encounter will beat you up enough, but also give you the resources you need to heal enough that, like, you can just go, okay, clearly I'm not ready to go on an epic miles-long adventure. Like, I'm gonna work my way up to that point. And if you very quickly get over that hump in that game, it takes like a level, maybe two, and then you're off and running, you know? People are like, ugh, it's so grindy. Brought the drunk airship back. Look at this mithril. Isn't it neat? Did I learn any other words? No. Okay. Let's talk to Hilda. I never finished. You know what I really didn't... The part about Phantasy Star 1 that actually did fuck me up on my first playthrough. I never finished it, but... having to find the vehicle in the desert. That was the part of the game that was actually like, oof, that was rough. The Empire also suffered heavy losses during the battle for Finn. In Basque, they're building the Dreadnought to compensate for those losses. We've learned the word Dreadnought. The Dreadnought is a massive, heavily armed airship. A man named Sid, former leader of Finn's White Knights, built an airship. He became obsessed with this airship and flew away from Finn. He now lives in Poft, granting travelers the passage on his airship for a fee. He uses this money to make further refinements to his airship. Was it? I don't remember it being in a cave. I think it was in a desert, but I don't remember. It's been a long time. Please find that mithril. I got it. It's here. You found the mithril. Please hand it over to Tobal in the weapon shop. Now we'll be able to fight the Empire with equal strength. Tobal Prime. I had that spoiled for me by a Final Fantasy VII strategy guide. It's up to Flaw. That's mithril. I'll start making new equipment. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's it then. No time to talk. There's work to be done. Mithril, mithril, mithril. Oh, wow. I'm 1 gil away from a mithril spear. Alright. So the game hasn't really been explicit about what I need to do next. I learned about the Dreadnought in Bafsk, but no one's told me to, like, go take care of it. The main thing is that Hilda taught me the word, so what I probably need to do is ask somebody about it before I actually head out there. Is it the king? Is it Cashuan? I don't know. Cashuan Gordon. Wait, what? The Dreadnought's construction is overseen by the Dark Knight, a competent adversary. Fortunately, he was called back to Palamecia. The theft of the mithril has likely knocked the Empire off balance. The Dreadnought must be destroyed. Okay. So I think that means we have to go to the Dreadnought. It's still kind of a bit of a nebulous request. So I'm going to ask a couple people about the Dreadnought first before heading out. The Empire is building what? No one told me that. I see, they didn't tell me for fear of worrying me. Oops. My bad, Your Highness. Bye. So you found mithril. You're certainly brave, and you have a girl with you. Now I realize just how pathetic I am. You're off to destroy the Dreadnought. There has to be something I can do. If I were only half as strong as you. Dead Brother's ring. Oops. Alright. That is the end of our first leg of our Final Fantasy II journey, everybody. Thank you for joining me this afternoon. I had a lot of fun. I hope you did too. I'm going to take a 4-hour break. And then we're going to be back for some Indiana Jones tonight. I'll turn the lights on. We're going to play some Indiana Jones on the N64.
70 bits. Oh, boy.
Dude, donuts.
Woo bonus radon.
Thank you for the bonus radon. If you're not going to be here tonight, if you're here for the first time or in a long time because I'm streaming during the day, come back tomorrow. We'll be playing some Front Mission 1 tomorrow afternoon. Thank you for dabbing, Bavor. Thank you for dabbing, Magnus. I appreciate it very much. Rage for Kiwi, thank you for the 10 bits.
Oh my god.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thank you.
I'm giving myself a 5. Pretty good.
Pretty good. Yeah, day and night streams to fly. Thursday through Sunday is the plan. Day and night streams for December. Every month I'm going to redo the schedule if this does work out and I keep it going. Let's raid somebody. Let's raid... Hang on a second. Hold on a second. RP Genius is playing... He's doing a Zelda anthology. RP Genius is one of my best friends on Twitch and off Twitch. One of my favorite people. He's currently falling into a hole over and over again. He's playing the Switch version of Link's Awakening. And I haven't gotten to raid Mo in a million years because he's like a daytime streamer now. He streams in like the mornings. And I'm a degenerate late night streamer. So we're going to send y'all over to RP Genius. I get to raid my friend. I'm excited. Thank you everybody for watching. I'm going to close this out. I had a lot of fun. I love playing that game. I love playing RPGs. Yes. Video games. This is exactly what I wanted. Half a day in the books, and this was already a great idea. I feel like I need a different outro. I feel like it shouldn't be lizards during the daytime, but I don't have anything else right now. So lizards is what you get. We'll see you back here in about 4 hours for some Indiana Jones. I hope to see you then. Until then, take care, everybody. We'll catch you in a bit.
Stay time a lizard, 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 state I am a lizard, stay time 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 lizard, stay time a 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 lizard, state I am 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 a lizard, state time 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 a lizard, state I am a lizard, state I am a lizard, state I